Hello, I'm Amanda from Incorporeal Healing. I wanted to do a quick introduction video about this channel. I started posting videos a few months ago, and I've come to the conclusion that maybe an explanation of what I'm posting is needed. I started my business last June, and I have been connecting with clients all over the country. I work mostly remotely, but I do have local clients as well. Shout out to my clients. Hi, love you. I'm an energy healer, Reiki master. I do everything from nutrition, health, and wellness, distant healing sessions, oracle card readings, guided meditation, astral projection, instruction, toning sound therapy. I do BQH, which is beyond quantum hypnosis. It's always interesting and super fun. Spiritual counseling, as well as awakening support. But today I wanted to discuss light language, which is what this channel will be primarily focused upon. So a little bit of my story. In the spring of 2018, I began creating art, and I've always been a very creative person, but my guides were insisting I try out a different medium. So I bought paint and pastels and chalk, markers and canvases. At first I started doing a lot of mandalas and geometric shapes. That quickly evolved into patterns and symbols. I would paint for hours and fall asleep exhausted. In the morning I'd wake up and kind of look over my art from the night before and not really remember making any of it. At first I was a little freaked out, admittedly, but my guides kept reassuring me more information would come and I would understand soon. 2018 Lionsgate 8/8. I was called to Sedona. If you haven't been, go. It's amazing. There I received a light language activation via an impromptu meditation at Bell Rock. All at once I understood the next phase of my mission. So, light language. Everything in our collective reality is light, frequency, energy, atoms, photons vibrating at different rates. That's how we interpret and decode our surroundings, through light. Light language transcends the lower densities. The 3D matrix is dense and hijacked. All of the human languages have been, in a sense, corrupted. Light language is broadcast at a higher bandwidth, if you will. The higher human consciousness understands and can integrate the codes without even trying, meaning the human brain doesn't have to understand, nor will it. It's not running the same operating system, so to speak. Like Windows 98 trying to open a Mac iOS program, it's gonna crash. This language speaks directly to the heart and interacts directly and immediately to an individual's DNA at the rate at which it can resonate, meaning you won't blow a circuit. It won't overwhelm an individual. It's always compatible. Light language is, in other words, spoken sacred geometry, or it is the language of DNA. Anyone, anywhere, any age, any culture can receive a light language activation. They simply must have an open heart and pure intentions. These are individuals who are service to others, polarization. The individual must have a compatible frequency to align with these transmissions. You could say when an individual is scribing or speaking light language, they are channeling or tapping into a higher self aspect. And that word tends to trigger some people. But here's the thing. Everyone channels at some point throughout their day. Whenever someone is in the zone or in any kind of process of creating, whether that's art, music, cooking, carpentry, writing, working out, meditating, the list goes on and on. These are all examples of altered states of consciousness, and when an individual is in an altered or higher consciousness, guess what? They're channeling. Now, where does light language originate from? It's the language of source, creation, the 0-point field, the great central sun, the universal torus field, galactic Merkaba. Many words to describe the same thing. Now, there are many individuals out there already scribing and speaking their light languages. Every person's language will be specific to them. Just like fingerprints or snowflakes, no two light languages will be the same. There are similarities, but they all have their separate aspects. These codes filter through the individual's lenses or filters, like one beam of light hitting a prism. The different trajectories must not intertwine. They all have their equal importance and all create the intricate web of reality. Light language is the next leap in human evolution. What my guides have shared with me, there is no limitation to what it can manifest in the physical. If an individual is open and can align with these higher frequencies, the DNA has no other option than to match the transmission, therefore causing an activation in a person's entire multi-dimensional energy body or rainbow body. It's a full multi-dimensional reboot, so to speak, calling in all inactive DNA to be online, aware, activated, present, and fully functioning in its highest potential, and the individual's most optimal timelines. Revelations 14:1 states, "No one could learn that song except the 144,000 who have been redeemed from earth." My interpretation of that Bible verse, the 144,000 refers to a frequency, a vibration, a higher consciousness that anyone can tap into. The song is light language, or the language of DNA. I'm not the only one. I wasn't the first, and I won't be the last for sure. The more people tapping into this, the more people that are even aware that light language is a thing and it's real, the better. My goal, that everyone alive on planet Earth, in this now, learns their own soul's light language, so they can fully align with all aspects of their multidimensional selves and become sovereign beings. My purpose or mission, as to I understand it at the moment, is to make people aware of the potential they already hold, the uncomprehendable healing abilities that everyone already has. It's built in all of us. We just have to remember. I've been doing this work for over a year, and the first thing I tell my clients is, I'm not your healer. I'm here to help you remember how to heal yourself. As with any healer, shaman, spiritual guru, they simply create and hold a space for the seeker or student to recognize their own power. In other words, they broadcast a higher frequency. It is up to the seeker student to align with that frequency. No one can impose healing on anyone else. That's not how it works. Whether it's connecting with spirit guides, being healed, becoming enlightened, just like anything else, is a choice. And it's not a part-time gig. It's all day, every day. It's not a ladder, it's a spiral. And there's ups and downs. And there's not just one dark night of the soul event, there's many. And it's work, it's a process, but it can also be beautiful and magical and humbling and powerful. It's why we're here. And we're all doing a really amazing job. And it's amazing, and it's an amazing time, air quotes, time to be alive. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share this information. My light language will always be free to anyone who wants to look and listen on this channel. I also post my art and activations weekly, sometimes bi-weekly, depending on what comes through. My Instagram's 441Amanda144. I'm on Facebook. I also have my Facebook business page as well, Incorporeal Healing. My website, incorporealhealing.com. You can book sessions as well as visit my online store. Thanks for listening, and I hope that everyone has the opportunity to unlock their own light language and access their own soul's healing. Thanks. Much love. Bye.